There is an idea of a founder, a version that people see online, the screenshots, the launches, the revenue charts, the carefully curated Instagram carousels. But that person doesn't really exist. Behind the polished updates is something a little bit less glamorous. Half-finished ideas, calls that run too long, deals that disappear.
All right, Luke, it was nice to meet you. Thank you for walking me through this. I do want to speak to a reference. Like I said, your technology is super impressive. Really well done.
Thank you.
You should be really proud of that.
There are mornings where you feel like you have it all figured out. And by lunch, you're questioning every decision you've made for the last 3 years. Am I picking up here or is Gil or somebody?
No, you're on.
Awesome. You sell the vision. You build the product. There is no typical day. There's barely a plan. 1,000 small decisions made fast enough that hopefully a few of them turn out to be right. This isn't a story about escaping the 9-to-5 or even trying to become rich. This is what it looks like to actually build a real SaaS company. The calls, the chaos, the wins that nobody sees, the problems that nobody posts about. Welcome to the life of a software founder. Good morning. Happy Monday. We are cooking. I woke up, went and got some coffee, and we are dialed. So today, I actually don't have any calls for once. And so we're going to spend today working on product. I don't know if you guys can see my screen here, but we're working on basically the call intelligence layer of Kendo. So like, hey, here's what's happening in your sales calls. Here's what's happening in your entire sales department by team, by department, SDRs or AEs or whatever. Here's the objections you're getting. Here's how you're responding to those objections. Here's all the calls that need to be reviewed by manager because there was a problem here, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, which will be a very valuable thing for sales teams that use Kendo to actually be able to look and not have to sift through all their calls and go, oh, that's what's happening. Oh, that makes sense. So building a software company is this really, really good, especially Bootstrapped, is this really, really big balance between building your product, and you got to have a good product, and then also doing growth. You got to do both, but I actually believe it inverse flip-flops over time. So when you first launch, you got to go do sales. The product's going to suck, okay? Then you get users, then you got to make the product good because they will churn. Then you got to make the product good, and then you got to go do more growth because how's it supposed to grow, if not? We got to the point so far where we have like billion-dollar companies booking calls inbound with us, and if we mess that up, we don't get that shot again. We don't get that company back. And so the last 4 months, we've really toned down growth. We haven't run ads. We haven't done all this stuff. We still close deals, but we've toned it down to work on the product and basically make the product as good, obviously better than our direct competitors like Gong, Hyperbound, Avoma, Attention, all these companies. These are who we're competing with. And so I want to be able to not have the product be the thing that stops a sale from happening. If that is the situation for us, like in a hypothetical, if our product is equal, we will win over on sales. Like we're better at sales. I had a customer, I think it's going to be in this vlog. I had a customer the other day was like, hey, you guys blew Gong out of the water. It wasn't even close, like talking to their sales team. So that's what we want to hear. That's the stuff we want to hear. And you do got to be careful not to get stuck in the product trap. You got to do growth still. You don't have a business without customers. But when your product is literally the thing you're selling in software, which of course it is, but it's the thing that someone's hiring to use, to do the job, you've got to make the product good. So that's what we're going to focus on today. I got Codex absolutely cooking in my environment right now, and then we're going to get on a call with my dev team, go over some of the things they did this weekend. He said he did a lot, got a lot done with some really cool changes coming and updates. So looking good. Had a little bit of churn, I think, from failed pays. We got to figure out how to get these failed pays to stop. It's killing our churn number, but churn is going down overall. But we got to fix these failed pays and Stripe. So anyway, I'll see you guys later. Let's rock.
GM, sir, how are you?
GM.
Currently have it. So if I already have, say, Fathom, Ring Central, and a bunch of all this other stuff, it automatically will do my color routing structure for me.
Sick.
And then I can just keep dragging stuff around to add it in, whatever I need to do.
Mhm.
So I started changing all of the integrations over. Pretty much are all team-based now, so none of them are user-based besides like Fathom and the ones like Zoom.
Okay, little update for you guys. One thing, I want to be very transparent. Guys, building real stuff is quite boring. It's not, there's no flash. Like, this is going to be quite a boring vlog. And I want it to be boring. I want it to be real. I don't want to LARP. I want to show you exactly what it's like. So I just got a matcha because I have a coffee in the morning. I think 3 shots of espresso. And then I have a matcha. It's like it's 2 o'clock right now. The L-theanine smooths the caffeine out. You don't feel jittery. You feel good. Nice little pick-me-up. Smooth until, the rest of the night, and then you still sleep fine. But I had a call with my dev, which I have stitched in already. Really sick updates. Like, the product is coming a long, long, long way. So I feel great about that. Like I said, no sales calls today. Today is just a building day. I'm currently working on a free trial onboarding flow that is self-guided and also has a bit of guiding within it. So we can just straight run ads to that. We allow people to buy our product without booking a demo, which is a little controversial. But in my opinion, in the era of AI, I personally, when I choose products, I like to test them out and then I book a demo if I like it. I don't want to be forced to go book a demo and buy an annual and all these things. And maybe it's better for sales. Maybe we'll switch, who knows. But for the time being, I want our product to sell itself. I want it to speak for itself and people be like, oh damn, this is really good. So we're gonna run ads, free trial flow. They get the aha moment of the product fast. Time to aha is a great metric to really concern yourself over. They get the aha, boom, they're prompted to book a demo. They're already sold, and then it's just pricing. So I'm working on that right now. So let's get this done, and you guys can watch while I cook away. So in the era of AI, I'm a big believer in founder-led product. And now in the past, this wasn't really possible, but now in my own environment, I can really build what I know my customers need myself and then hand it off to my devs. So I dedicate at least an hour or two a day to improving something on the product myself, and that's what I'm doing here in this clip. I totally forgot to record anything past about 2 o'clock. So I'd already went to the gym and I sat down to again work on product and do what I like to do, which is vibe code and then play guitar in between waiting on Codex to load. Okay, let's nerd out for a second. So if you've watched any of my recent YouTube videos, I've been talking a lot about taste. Like, what is taste? What is good product? What is good decision making? And this very, in my opinion, this very much matters in software, okay? Now, we're going to get really nerdy, so bear with me. So this guitar, there we go, it's in the light. This guitar is made by a company called PRS, okay? Now, in guitar land, and you don't need to know about guitars, in the guitar world, you got your Gibsons, you got your Fender, some others, but that's like the main stuff. They're great, they're good, they're the legacy guitars, but their product has gotten worse. Their quality has gotten worse. And then this guy named Paul Reed Smith, who's still alive, by the way, came along and made this guitar with bird inlays. Why? Just because it looks fucking cool. That's why. The shape, and now if you're not a guitar guy, you might not know this, but the shape is very different. It's very thin, and the shape of the guitar is different. The design of the guitar is different. The design of this floating bridge here, the design of the pickups, these are all different. And the fretboard is 24 frets long. And then you have, obviously, these beautiful, which I don't know if the light will catch them, but these beautiful pearl bird inlays, and then this beautiful headstock shape. Now, let me show you. I'm going to show you what the Gibson looks like. Okay, so here's the Gibson. Absolute classic. I'm not talking bad about Gibson, right? This is a classic. It's a lot heavier. It's a shorter fretboard length. It doesn't have birds. It just has these classic, pearl or abalone or whatever bars. It's got the humbucker pickups with the covers, dials, whatever. No whammy bar. This is a fixed tail is what it's called. Now, this is a beautiful guitar. This is a classic guitar. You've got your Slash plays a Gibson, but in recent years, their quality has gone down. I haven't had any issues with this one yet. I haven't had any problems. But this, again, why am I talking about this? PRS is this new quality-focused, product-focused guitar line. Gibson's relying on the brand that they built, and their quality's gone downhill. Okay? In the world of software, and my personal thesis on software is that obviously you have to do the common sense things like distribution, marketing, whatever, it's business, okay? But at a core fundamental level, what makes software different than every other business and why I love it so much is it's an art. It is a product art. I'm sitting here right now, I have my codex going through and just doing minor quality of life, minor quality product improvements. Why is that something I'm spending my time on Monday evening? Well, because it's important. The quality of the use of the product that a customer goes through and uses for me matters. And I want to deliver the best experience to them possible. You got to think, who's your customer? My customer is probably a sales manager. It's tired, been looking at a screen all day. He's tired, whatever. For that, we have dark mode on purpose because your eyes get tired at the end of the day. Here's a beautiful, non-bright, non-high contrast dark mode that's easy to see. And then a million other little things with these thoughts in mind. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is one, in this vlog that we're making, I buy things now because of the art. I love the design of these guitars. Guitars themselves are just such a in-depth, amazing, deep product. But I digress. Software is the same way. And I think that's why we will win, is because even though we're in sales tech, which is not some most exciting thing ever, we're not building an LLM or something, I care. And I care about the quality of the product. And our customers can feel that, and they can benefit from that, and they do benefit, and they get value from that. And it makes it that much better to use. And whatever you're building needs to be the same way. And that's really one of my core, just fundamental theses on product and on software and on building a company and what it means to differentiate yourself and these sorts of things. So anyway, I digress, but look at these beautiful guitars. And you talk about taste, this is my office. WAP gets it. That's a beautiful award. WAP got the taste there. Katana for Kendo, beautiful couch. And then we have these works of art, these literal usable pieces of art. Okay, so it's Monday evening. We had a great day. Filmed a little bit. I'll give you guys a recap. I'll try to do one of these at the end of every day. Great product progress today. I saw a lot of the work that we've done that my dev showed me. Phenomenal work. I've done a lot of nice updates here. I don't know if you guys can see my screen, but we have this beautiful document hub now. And a bunch of other stuff. We gotta keep something secret. Growth is improving. Product is looking good. And we're working a couple of our biggest deals ever. So, it's pretty good timing for the product to be good. But it was a good day. Good Monday, really good gym day. Back in buys. Clean diet. We did good today. Today was a W. So we just stack these. You stack these over and over and over and over and over and over. That's how you win. So anyway, I'm going to keep working probably till 10:30 or something, then go to bed, but I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. I totally forgot to record this morning. So I have been absolutely cooking all day. I'm working on right now, I don't know if you guys can see my screen. We're integrating a calendar native into Kendo. So as a sales rep, even myself now, taking calls, every call, I have to get off the call. I have to go grab the Fathom recording. I have to go generate an email. I have to go write that email. I have to go attach documents. I have to text somebody to send a contract out. I have to set follow-up reminders, if I even remember, all this nonsense. So I just fixed all of that. Kendo will literally have a Google Calendar level calendar with everything that GC does, but I will be able to auto draft with the right copy emails. I'll be able to attach documents. I'll be able to do all these things literally from Kendo with the click of a button. So for sales reps, it'll save them a ton of time. So today, I got to go get a haircut here in a minute. It's 1 p.m. now, but I've been absolutely cooking on this, and I'm really liking it. It's looking quite good. Oh, okay. And I also got word from my champion at this large company, $200 million a year company that we are trying to get as our biggest deal ever. I heard from our champion that it's looking pretty good. So working a couple deals, some things that I obviously just can't show on here easily. And then I guess spin back up my local host server. But we are cooking on product. We're about to ship a giant update again here probably this week. And the product's just getting better and better and better and better. And speaking of product, I'll show you what one of our customers said just a minute ago. These guys run a really cool trading card info offer, Major League Profits. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but he says, hey Luke, Kendo does a really good job capturing what's actually going on in the call. And what he's talking about is our feedback that we give automatically in calls. Focus. The level of detail that Kendo does is just phenomenal. You know, no other call review or sales enablement tool does that. So again, I feel like guilty, making one of these vlogs and it's like, oh, I'm a founder and this is what I do all day. This is like me in this room by myself with no distractions. I don't have any meetings, so I'm wearing a cutoff. This is building enterprise value. My head of GTM is cooking. He's doing his thing, the content, the posts, all the growth stuff. And really the highest leverage thing that I can do right now other than go get customers is make the product better. And I'm choosing to make the product better because I think the thesis that we have and the belief that we have of what a product should be for our niche is so much better than the others that if we can execute upon that vision, we will massively win. Like massively. We're literally, like, for example, this big deal that I referenced my champion from, they're using a company called Mind Tickle, which is just enterprise, absolute garbage slop. It's not even comparative, and we are trying to win the deal from them and make them switch and come give a contract to us. And I think we're even more expensive. So, we're competing with giants, as they say. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Yeah. Because if you're not this giant, slow, bloated company where stuff has to go through, whatever, we can just do stuff. So this calendar, by the way, this is not in dev. This is in my dev environment. This will be out very soon, but tell me it's not the coolest thing ever, okay? So you integrate this with your normal calendar. Yeah. So it would integrate with your Google Calendar. Do you guys use Microsoft? Yeah. Okay, so it would integrate with whatever, it doesn't matter.
Sorry, we use Google, yeah.
Okay, good, so I do too. So it'll integrate, it'll do read and write access to the calendar, whatever, but it's all here. So let's say I have a call coming up, I have all the normal stuff that I would need, like my link, the email, I can invite people, all that stuff, whatever. Yeah. But let's say a call happened, and I need to now obviously do what? I need to send a follow-up email, I need to schedule follow-up, and I need to probably attach documents, case studies, links, stuff like that. Okay. So I can literally click a button here, and it's not generating the message yet, but there will be default templates that you'll be able to make. So like pre-call, if you want to confirm meetings, you just click pre-call, you click one button, it's sent, done. Let's say it's post-call. It will read the transcript, it'll pull things from the transcript, and then I can go down here and click attach document, security compliance review document, done. Send, one button click, done. Because we have the document hub is going to be released again. So
okay, I was just about to ask that. Yeah, that's something that Mind Tickle does well, or just being able to attach well, that's the thing. It's
Yeah, and you can, oh, you'll love this. You know, you'd be sending those things to Gemini. You can auto just export to AI now, and it enriches with the metadata the transcript of the call. So I just click a button, it opens Gemini for me with the whole thing ready to go. Or I can copy the whole transcript, or I can share the call, or I can download the call. I can do whatever I want. I can create a role play.
MedPick, I export the transcript and have a Gemini gem that says, give me MedPick from this transcript. We'll just do that within Kendo.
Yeah, that's easy because we already have MedPick scoring.
My sales manager go through everybody. So I'm trying to see the best option. I'll kind of show you what we have.
Yeah. Okay, it's now 3 o'clock. And we closed another one. If we get that to focus. So we're at $5,400 on the day for the software company. And our ARR went up a bit, which is very nice to see. This will potentially end, and between these two people, on the high end, it'll be about 160 seats, which at the $55 plan of Kendo, 160 times 55 would be $8,800 a month. In new, MRR, which would equal to about $105,000 ARR, which is sick. We've really not been in growth phase for the last couple of months. We've been working on the product, and now, if you really think about it, is it that hard to go find, hundreds of seats? No, but there is a time and a place, and we had to work on the product to make the product better. But now that it is better, it is going to be growth mode, and we're going to just crank it. And so that's when you really see, in SaaS, I've realized once you get to like 500K ARR, you have something decent. From 500K to probably 3 million, that's just growth. Intentional, dedicated growth, sales, go to market, outbound, like running real growth. So we'll see. I'm gonna go eat some fruit, get some carbs in me, and then I'm gonna go to the gym. Been very consistent in the gym this year. Finally, where I tore my wrist boxing, so I stopped boxing. Go to the gym every day, and then I'll come back and we'll see. Maybe we'll film more. Maybe we'll just kind of, keep getting shit done the rest of the day, but quite a decently busy calendar. So I'll see you guys when I get back from the gym. Good morning. So I thought I would give you guys some sauce, got a new haircut, by the way. But anyway, we are ramping up growth. Oh, shoot. Okay. I'm just going to draw us out and literally tell you what we're doing. I don't care. You can copy us. You can tell everybody everything, but them doing it is a different story. So we are, stupid printers in the way. We got basically all of our sources, and there's a lot of strategy in each one of these, but X, LinkedIn, email, Facebook ads, AI, SEO, AEO, influencers, referrals. These are all main traffic sources. Now, we do a self-serve option. I talked about this already. I like customers being able to go and try out the product because we will win on product. We're going to build the best shit of anybody by far. So we're letting them do both. So it's either VSL demo funnel or free trial. From there, you're either going to go, if they go to the free trial, they're going to book a call for DFY, or they just book a call straight off rip from socials, from the website, from whatever. They book a call. Right now, I take those calls, I close. It's not that complicated. Now, within this, though, you have how are you writing the content? What kind of content are you posting? What magnets are we posting? What style of content strategy? All of that gets very autistic and very nuanced. But the immediate, just quick example of this is traffic, convert traffic into the mechanism they want, give them a product they want. That's it. And now, does this sound does this sound way simpler than it is? For sure. But this is our strategy as a whole. Now, the other thing we're about to do is we're hiring By the way, if you're watching this video, I'm hiring sales reps, AEs, SDRs. We're going to have to hire an AE to go hunt down deals as well. We could add that here because a good AE will self-generate. So this AE will probably be $1 million a year quota. It will probably be a 8,000 to 12K base, which is a shit ton. But you want good talent, that's what you got to pay. And then for us, it's 10, 12, 15% commission based on overall quota attainment. Then we will have SDRs. And so basically what we're doing here is we're generating leads. We're ramping up this content machine now. We're converting and educating these leads, and then someone is closing these leads. Congratulations, you now understand GTM. So anyways, we are rocking and rolling, and we're working. So the big lever that I'm trying to pull right now is finding a really good AE. So I just did this whole jobs careers page on the website, to look all professional. And we gotta go pay probably above market for a absolute killer. A big deal. So anyway, that's what I'm working on today. It's really all that matters right now is getting a really good AE. Product. I don't want to talk about everything we're doing at product, but product is like really, really awesome. Right now we're shipping some crazy stuff this week, and then it looks like that big deal that I've been mentioning is looking good. I talked to our champion yesterday. We could have a situation here in the next month or two where we kind of jump like pretty high. So yeah. Back to work. I'm going to go eat breakfast here in a minute. And week in the life of a founder, baby.
Start vlogging. I think that would be the most entertaining outcome possible.
The man without a head. He's just shoulders.
You don't have anything. Technically.
What advice do you have for the vlog? The whole vlog is a week in the life of a founder, building real company.
My advice is to absolutely cartoon max, and you have to play on both sides of the spectrum. What I mean by that is if you spend your entire day being logical, solving problems, all this kind of stuff, you have to consume mass amounts of brain rot in the time that you're not working, because that's what keeps you level-headed. So you need to, as soon as I close the computer, it's just immediately cartoons, Minions, Tom and Jerry, SpongeBob, just to keep my head on straight. So that the next day, you get an appreciation for the logical side of things more when you have the childlike brain rot,
Nice. Millionaire, by the way.
This is my next goal on my vision board.
You know how we were talking about guitars? You will not believe this, but a friend of mine is moving from Miami. So he was getting rid of all of his guitars. And so he texted me and is like, hey, do you want this? And I was like, for free? And he was like, yeah. So I got a new amp. It's like a $2,000 amp. And I got my first Fender Telecaster. This is a very, very nice guitar. Speaking of design, look at the pearl here, the abalone or whatever they want to call it. This is a beautiful guitar. Beautiful. So we got spawned in last night. Went to the hookah lounge, Sanjay. Got a bunch of work done at the hookah lounge, and then we got this thing spawned in. It's like the size of me. I guess it's a big amp, so I'm gonna put it somewhere. But good morning. We got a good day ahead of us. We've got a call, we have a sales call, but not our sales call. Sales call that we booked, and oh, it's so sick. and I had an event on my calendar from the Kendo calendar, which is very cool. But anyway, it's going to be a good day. We're going to go get my coffee right now, and then let's rock and roll. Okay, so I made a YouTube video yesterday, and I just realized something. And I want to preface this. This is strictly for inspirational purposes, okay? I have, if you guys know me, I have built a couple of businesses now. I built a sales training company that did multiple millions. We've done sales management. We've had some other info product offers around sales management and just running businesses and things like that. So I've made money before, but scaling and building a software, like an AI software product that we built from scratch, has been the coolest thing we've done. So we've taken money in other processors, and this is an old Stripe account, so it goes back to 2022. But if you look at that number there, I don't know if it shows. After this month, with usage and then including just stuff that we've taken off of this platform, we've crossed over $1 million already. And we really launched to businesses in like May, June last year, which is really cool, like really cool. Guys, I risked a lot to build this company, and it's still not, like over by any means, but hitting $1 million with this is one of the proudest achievements that I have. And have accomplished so far. And people love the product. I mean, we have a below 1% dispute rate. Our spend per customer is about $700, and our seats go as low as $55, meaning obviously the volume and overage negates that, but it means our average spend is quite high, which means our churn is pretty good. Our churn is going down. Like all the stats are looking good, and we're about to ship some really crazy stuff. Now, I just want to say for you guys, we live in a world of, online business and info and gurus and, Lamborghinis and all this stuff. I really gave all that up to build this. And some people, rightfully so, whatever. Some people were like, oh, dude, you're just going broke. You're just LARPing. You're saying the stuff, whatever. I think we've proven that now that we're good at what we do and we're serious about it. But I was willing to, I sold my G-Wagon because it was like $3,000 a month. And I was like, this is so stupid. I don't even drive. Why do I need this? So I sold my G-Wagon. I gave up making 6 figures a month. I stopped doing that from these other businesses. I haven't sold my watch because I want to keep it if I can, but I was willing to sell my watch. I was willing to sell literally everything that I own to build this because I'm so certain. And I had a moment of certainty the other night I made a reel about. Today is August 9th, 2026. And today, whether it sounds silly or not, my life changes forever. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to explain it to you. I wrote an entire page about it. But something today has clicked in my head in a way that has given me so much certainty that I can't explain it. I can't describe it. For context, if you don't know me, my name's Luke. I grew up, horrible life, grew up on welfare, no internet, abusive dad, all of that stuff. I scraped and clawed my way to becoming a millionaire at 21 years old. From 21 years old to 24, 25, I made millions of dollars a year. At the start of 2025, I decided that I was willing to sacrifice that and take a real shot at building something great and building something that I could actually work on for the next 10 years. And I built a software company called Kendo AI, and we have done pretty well so far. We've scaled it to about $1 million ARR, but I have gone through a lot of crazy stuff. I've had real trauma that I've had to get over. I've had a great friend die every one of the last 3 years, which is crazy. All these bad things, obviously everyone has bad things happen to them. But I don't know what it is. I just know that whatever I think of, whatever I want to do will happen. I feel it with a level of certainty that I would bet my life upon. And I've had that before. When I was 18, I remember laying in bed my senior year of high school, and it felt like electricity went up my spine, and I was like in a deep form of meditation or something right before bed. And I remember like remembering that day changed my life. Nothing happened, but something happened, and everything happened. And that's happened again today. I don't know what that is, but I'm making this real to hopefully inspire you, but for evidence of myself. By 2030, I will be sitting on 8 figures. I'm 26 right now. I've got 4 years. 4 years goes very fast once you get to this age and you're building something real. But I feel this with a level of certainty that I just cannot explain. And not only will I get there, I will get there and I will be wise enough to know who gave that to me. And I won't lose it. And I won't sacrifice it. And I will make sure I respect it and that I keep doing the right things. God bless you. I have just been on a spiritual journey as well as a business journey as well as just a becoming a man journey this last 2 years of deciding to switch things around and to build this company. And it's been really hard, but it's also just been so fun. It's been so fun. It's so fun. I've learned so much. I'm such a better entrepreneur. I am so much more skilled at business. And I'm so much closer to God. And I've really locked in and given my life to God and, tried to follow the best I can. But I was willing to literally burn everything. Don't care. I really don't care. I will have nice things. I will have a yacht. I will have supercars. I want a Ferrari. I want this stuff. I'll probably have a Patek. I don't really care about watches that much. I'll have a bunch of guitars, as you can see. But I don't care about the material stuff, and I learned that. Over the last 4 years of buying a bunch of shit. I've spent millions of dollars a year on stuff. I don't care. It doesn't bring me any fulfillment. What brings me fulfillment is winning and being proud of myself because I am my hardest critic. So anyway, this is a lot of ranting just to say, build something real. Go all in on yourself. Don't listen to what people say. Don't rely on schemes. I think info is as large as a scheme. Don't rely on schemes. If I get this company to 3 to 5 million ARR, which we're at about 1 million right now, and we haven't really even turned on growth at all, to be quite fair. We've just been working on product. Get to 3 to 5 million ARR at a conservative 5x. Let's say it's 3 million. That's a $15 million exit. Will all that be paid up front? Maybe not. It depends on who buys it, but if it's guaranteed on paper and I still own what I own, which is 100% of the company, I will literally walk away. If I sell I will walk away with 8 figures. Do you guys realize that? That's not, hypothetical. This is just basic conservative math. Go ask ChatGPT right now. If you have a $3 million ARR company, you have sub 10% churn on enterprise, and you grow in a meaningful percent every year, and you have a competitive product, you have a bit of a product moat compared to these bigger companies, what's that company worth? Go ask ChatGPT. It's a lot. It's a shit ton. So you're telling me I'm 26 right now, in the next 4 years, if I get to those numbers, I'm going to hit 30 with multiple 8 figures in the bank? If I sell? Come on. What are we talking about here? You want to sell courses and make 100K a month, or you want to do that? This is the real shit. So anyway, I'm going to get to work, and I'm going to actually explain some of the product that we've been working on to you guys. I invented some really cool shit the last week that's going to make the lives of sales reps a lot easier. So let's jump into my computer, and I'll walk you guys through. Okay, so you're not going to be able to see this super well probably, just because of the focus on these cameras. But what is one of the biggest pains in the ass as a sales rep ever is, okay, I got a calendar full of calls. I got to do pre-call confirmation. So right now how I do this is I have my Google Calendar, okay? So I got my calendar, whatever. Then I got to go click this, and I got to go email the person. I got to go email them. I got to have proper context. I got to copy their website. I got to paste their website. I can do all this manual stuff. It's just a pain in the ass. And then post-call, I have to go grab the Fathom recording. I have to go attach documents or contracts or whatever, next steps. I have to book the call again for the next call. And I have to do all this manual stuff. So I was a couple days ago, and then last night at the Hookah Lounge, I was what if we just put a calendar in Kendo that integrated with your calendar, has like read-write access. And then we just automated email, and we connected it to your real email, so you don't got to set up any of this weird, demarc stuff and records and all that. And what if we just made this whole thing really easy? So that's what I did. And so this is my version of my dev environment, personally, of Kendo. So I made this document center, which I don't know if you guys can see this. Let's see. So I made this document center here, so you can like open up documents, whatever. But then let's say I'm in my calendar. I got a call coming up. I can literally just click a button. I see all the details of the company. The website is already pulled out and hyperlinked for me, all this stuff. I can click send email. I can click pre-call template. Boom, pre-call template done. Let's say it's after the call. I can just go to post-call. Boom, post-call template done. I can click attach document and then attach whatever document I needed to, click one button and send the email. Now, what this allows us to do, and then I can like schedule role play in the calendar, it read and writes to my Google, whatever. What this allows us to do is as we roll out the Kendo agent, these are all going to be, different tool calls and things that the agent can use and all the context, whatever. So just imagine we have your calendar, your email, your CRM, your calls, your context, your methodology, your scoring, your documents. We don't need anything else to like fully automate your sales management and your sales process. And Kendo basically becomes a sales operating system where a rep doesn't have to leave. They're just like, oh, okay, I got a call coming up. Click, join, done. Easy. Like that's it. This is like a insanely valuable, helpful feature. This I will use all day. It'll save me so much time getting on calls myself. But like this is the examples of software, guys, is like, why hasn't this been a thing? Why hasn't this been a thing? Why do I have to jump from CRM to Google Calendar to Gmail to Fathom Note Taker to Document? Why do I have to do that? Why not make it easier? No one's done that to my knowledge, and I've been in sales for like 5-6 years. So that's the thought process here. So that's what I've been working on. It looks like my mouse just died as well, so I gotta charge my mouse. But yeah, just like, guys, all business is just finding problems and fixing them with a better solution that's easier to use. That's it. Congratulations, you're good at business. That's it. So I'm gonna plug in my mouse and then we're gonna diddle away a little bit, and then we got a call coming up here at like 12.
As you can see here, some of these things are just bloat like that. I just need to.
Well, I already did last night. If you want to update it with the code I have, I removed a bunch.
Look at your branch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it does all the time zoning correct. So I'm in Dubai right now. So it detects my time zone and matches all of it with EST. And you'll notice I sent you this one. See here, I think I
also added some really cool shit on the actions tab to basically let a rep do a lot of preset actions, and then I integrated that with the agent as well. So there's a chat bot on the action tab of an event.
Actions there now?
I just ate lunch, so I'm gonna actually let me not spill my coffee. Oh gosh, we're gonna put it on the amp, I guess. Steaming coffee. I just had this call with a company. I'm not going to say the company. I don't remember if I said already. Anyway, they've raised $100 million, and really, I mean, it's a good product. Like it looks nice. The sales rep was actually one of the best reps I've ever talked to. Awesome guy. But these people have raised $100 million. I look at their product. And a large part of their product is Project Overlord, which if you've watched our AI channel, you know what that is. I built that by myself in Codex. That's like most of their product. And they charge like $10,000 minimum upfront. For you to exit successfully at that level, they're going to have to sell for billions, and I just don't see that happening. Now, this is why I'm saying this. We're bootstrapped. If I bootstrap to $3 to $5 million, I'm rich. They got to go to $1 billion, which means they have to have the TAM, they have to have the desire, they have to have the product, all these things. And I just don't see it happening. I don't see it happening at all. I've never been more confident after talking to a company 2 weeks ago that's like a recording API. Worst sales rep I've ever talked to in my life. And then seeing this product that raised $100 million and has all this hype online, I've never been more confident in what we're building at Kendo. We are mogging people. And of course, like, your founder should say this stuff, and you'll probably hear this and be like, yeah, okay, bro. I'm telling you, we're mogging people. Like, our competitors are getting destroyed. It's quite interesting. Anyway, we're going to play this guitar for like 2 seconds. Okay, so today was a great day. We got a lot of really good stuff done. New enterprise customer is happy. Good day. That's enough SaaS for the day. I thought the vlog could use a little bit of soul, a little bit of character, a little bit of, authenticness. So I got this new guitar, okay, that I think I told you guys about this morning. I just started learning the Prince solo from the Rock and Roll Guitar Hall of Fame performance. If you don't know about this, look it up. The lore is crazy. And I just started learning this. I can play it pretty good, like 10 minutes in. So I'm going to play the backing track. And I don't know anymore. And I don't know how to play this part. This part. Just doesn't sound right from what I'm seeing on the video of him playing it. And my fingers are fucked. But new guitar, you can learn anything. This whole, like, stay in your lane thing and like, I don't buy into that, okay? I'm wearing camo pants right now because I'm a hillbilly. I come from the country, okay? I'm playing guitar. I can play guitar pretty damn good, I think, for only playing for a year and being self-taught. I'm building an 8-figure software company. Like, you can just do things. You don't have to be boxed in. And I mean, maybe that's like arrogant, but you can just do things. We're going to call it a day. It was actually a fantastic day. We got a lot done. Customers are really loving these new changes, and I think we're dropping something pretty revolutionary. So today's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. We might call that the end of the week. So probably get towards the end of the vlog, and I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. So hopefully the audio is good. And I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. So today is Friday, and it's probably going to be the last day of the vlog here. Now, I'm about to get on I'm trying to book my flight. I'm going to Iman's mastermind in Spain. I'm going to go sell Kendo to a bunch of people there. But other than that, not a lot happens on a week-to-week basis other than work. Like, I'm just going to be honest with you. It's just work. I've run this week. I've gone to the gym. I've worked. I've gone to the hookah lounge and worked. That's literally it. Played guitar. That's it. That's what I do on a weekly basis. But we did get better this week. We made a lot of improvement. Now, I'm about to get on a coaching call with our mastermind. It's called AI Insiders. We teach literally what we're doing at Kendo. And what we've learned from, we've had a lot of success in other businesses. So we just teach these things and impart these onto other people. They run agencies or info products or really just like AI-based businesses, SaaS, things like that. It's all a lot of the same stuff. So I'm going to have my coaching call here in a minute. And then we're fixing this free trial flow that we have right now and making sure the onboarding is really, really good for that. And then we're going to turn ads back on. And we're just going to run ads, I think, to this free trial flow and then book and self-qualify people from there and then dial them, people that opt in. I think it might work better than just doing book a call, demo VSL. I think it might. We'll see. I could be totally wrong, But with these new improvements to the product, we're looking really good. And I think anyone that signs up in our ICP will go, oh shoot, this is a really great tool. I need this. And then they'll book a call. So we'll see. Yeah, let's do this coaching call. I got my coffee on the stove, and then I will talk to you guys after.
We have 3 paying customers. Pretty much all were just generated through my immediate circle, people I'd done business with before. So I already had that rapport established. And I actually just had someone text me. Every single one has said they love the product. So I think it's been validated at this point. I let some people on for free. They've said the same things.
Mm-hmm.
And now I've kind of burned through messaging everyone who I already had some established trust with. And now it's going straight into cold. So I'm just wondering some messaging tactics. Maybe I don't have a leads issue. It's just what I should say to not come across as super salesy or desperate. Reaching out to people.
Well, one, use a spider web. So the people that you got on board, ask them, like call them and ask them and kind of put them on the spot. Hey, dude, who do you know immediately, like off top of your mind, that would love this?
And I'm going to be launching. I wanted to just get your thoughts on how you structured Kendos with like token pricing and then the per seat user pricing.
Yep. Do you know what your token hard cost is?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, you need to figure that out first off. So basically, this is exactly how to do it, okay? Number one, what is the average price in that space for that thing? You got to take that into consideration because you can't just be like 10 times more than the average, okay? No,
sure.
Number two, what is the allotted usage if there's AI components that you give to each person per month? And what is the hard cost of that? So you need to know. So like for me, for example, I know what the hard cost of one singular seat maxing out their usage is. I know what the most I can spend per user if they use the full thing in a month of usage. I know what that number is. And then I charge on top of that.
Okay, so you're arbitraging like average usage per user on your per seat cost a bit.
Well, you're actually you're basically figuring out if they use 100%, what is the maximum cost? They're probably not going to use 100%. Just like info, look at how many people are in this fucking call. No one uses software that they pay for. Like, this is a universal thing. People pay for shit and don't use it all the time. Yeah. So you will often have higher margin, but the rule of thumb that I've tried to aim for is like, okay, max usage in one seat, I want 70% margin off of that if they max use it, which means if they don't max use it, you're at like 90%.
90 something, yeah.
Yeah. And then you just got to figure that out, and then you just got to figure out how to just make it a good offer, and then not do complicated ass, like, I got to do like trigonometry to figure out the price of a thing. It's 4 o'clock. Been cooking all day. Once again, forgot to turn on the camera. We're getting on a final meeting here. I had a really good sales call, but we're getting on a final meeting here with my dev, and we're going to go over the new onboarding and just a bunch of new stuff in Kendo. And it might be the end of the workday. We'll see. I mean, I work all evening, but we'll see. Okay. It is 4:30. I was actually not going to record this as being the outro to the vlog. And then I thought the point of this is reality. I just got off that call with our dev. We've got a whole bunch of stuff happening. And I am so brain dead. I didn't sleep well last night for some reason. Just could not go to bed. But I'm so brain dead right now that I just can't operate at the level that I need to. So I'm literally going to go take a nap. I think I'm going to take a nap. Might go to the hookah lounge later and bring my laptop and work. But good week. So, I mean, to recap, shipped new features, built new features, got a ton of product work done, got a bunch of advancement in the large deals that we're working, things that you guys saw like off camera or didn't see. Closed some deals. ARR has bounced back up after some of the churn we had. Product is getting really, really good. We're turning ads back on finally. And we're going to run to this free trial funnel. I moved my COO to my head of GTM, so he has one singular focus. I fired a sales rep. I am hiring more sales reps. And I added a guitar to the collection. It was a good week. It was a productive week. And it was a very real week. This is what it looks like. You stack days, you stack weeks, you stack months, you stack years. You look back, and I'm going to be 30 years old looking back at this vlog. Like, damn, I knew that it was going to work, but like I literally told you guys, now we're rich. It's how it's going to happen. So, good week. Very good week. I guess in final words for you guys, if this were to be my last vlog ever for some reason, I just want you to know that you can do anything. You really can. But you got to be very honest with yourself about how hard that is going to be. Building this has not been easy. It's been a challenge. It's been hard. It's been stressful. It's been so much fear and just like, emotion. But that's what it takes to do great things. And if it was easy, everyone would do it, And I'm sitting here. I did it backwards, which is so funny. I made millions of dollars. I lived a hedonistic lifestyle. I traveled the world. I spent $70,000 on a week of vacation in Europe. I've like gone on dates with the most beautiful women you can imagine. I've done all the model shit, all the cars. I've raced cars up a mountain. I've done all the stuff for the most part. And really, and I really mean this, like, I'm so serious. There's no LARPing involved in me saying this. Nothing beats the feeling of building and of winning and of just pursuit. I'm going to Europe the end of this month for business. I'd get so bored going on a vacation right now. I'm going to a club and talking to some dumb bimbo, and it's not what I want to do. You know what I want to do? I want to sit here. I want to build. I know who my enemies are in my field. I know exactly who our competitors are. I have blinders on. I don't look at their product for inspiration, but I look at their business as competition. And I just want to win. I want to run the scoreboard. They did nothing to me. These guys have done literally nothing to me. And for some reason, I just want to see them crumble. It's not even personal, but it is personal. I don't know how to explain it to you, but that's what I would leave you with, is you can do anything. More importantly than anything, put your faith in God and try to follow Christ as best as you can. You will fall short. You will sin every single day of your life probably, but you're going to keep trying regardless. Obviously, do the intangibles, work hard. That's a prerequisite, is working hard, put time in, learn, do things. But you can do anything if you can be good enough. And you can be good enough if you sacrifice enough and you suffer enough. That's how I would predicate those things. But yeah, thank you guys for following along. This journey's been a crazy one so far. And I did feel a little bit old and a little bit stressed and a little bit aged out just from doing the same thing about a year ago. But I think we're just getting started, actually. I really think we're just getting started. I think things are going to blow up in a way that I just could not even expect. It's how it felt in 2021 when I really popped off and went from, biggest month ever was like 20, 30K to suddenly making 100 grand profit. We're going to do that, but 1,000 times, 1,000-fold. So anyway, thank you guys. If you run a sales team, you need to go get Kendo. It is the greatest sales tech that exists. And yeah, God is good. Let's get back to work. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. And who knows, maybe we'll make more. I just appreciate you guys watching this. So I'll see you on the next one.